Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. Liverpool are sitting on top of absolutely every competition that we're in. We've progressed in FA Cup, Carabao Cup, semi-final EFL Cup. We bring a 2-1 aggregate lead to Craven Cottage against Fulham. Top of the Premier League, we're top of our Europa League group with a game to spare as well. Things are looking great, and yet Liverpool fans and some channels and some pundits as well always have to moan about something. And in this case, Ryan Gravenberch. Now, sure, he didn't have the best of performances against Fulham, but he is trusted by Jurgen Klopp to perform as a starting 11 member on the odd occasion and come off the bench to change a game as well. So let's look at this holistically. Let's look at this from all points of view to see whether the criticism is fair or whether they're being harsh as always. As always. Yeah, so back in the summer, right, we needed that fourth midfielder. Wataru Endo, Gravenberch, he did the core. After McAllister and Szoboszlai, it's a bit of a quiet period. We had that Caicedo and Lavia kerfuffle as well. And Gravenberch rescuing him from Bayern Munich, a bit of a coup. Some channels mentioned, I want any transfer except Gravenberch. I don't want Gravenberch. No, I'm saying no to Gravenberch. And then after his first initial performances, people backtracked and said, wow, what a talent. Gravenberch, still. Absolute miracle that we managed to poach him for that price away from Bayern Munich. What were Bayern Munich thinking? Okay, so the league, the players, the opposition, they didn't know how to prepare for Ryan Gravenberch. A tall player, silky on the ball, very good at receiving the ball, very good at turning away from opposition, powering past opposition as well, and very unorthodox passing. Good mover. Ryan Gravenberch is the one we saw at Ajax. Great. Jurgen Klopp management can get out his full potential, and we'll come on to that in a second as well. And then came the performances when after you see Gravenberch and what he does on the pitch, off the ball contributions still a bit lacking. Not trusted in number 6 role. He's not a number 6. People are calling for number 6 in the summer. Wataru Endo, Emperor Endo, wow, what a player. Always rated over 7 or 7.5 or something, high ratings every match. People have warmed up to Endo now, but people need to appreciate that Endo and Gravenberch didn't have a pre-season. Pretty much didn't have a pre-season at all. Now, even worse, Gravenberch practically sat out a whole year of football. He hardly made any impact and even wasn't afforded any minutes on the pitch by Tuchel and Bayern Munich as well. Whereas Endo was absolutely bang in the thick of it. He's experienced, he's seen it all, he's done it all on a worldwide stage. He's the captain as well, never goes hiding. So Gravenberch can be forgiven for taking some time to settle. And speaking of settling in as well, you know, credit to him for wanting to adjust to his new surroundings, get accommodation, you know, sign up to maybe local banks, do everything needed to do to settle into Liverpool as soon as possible. And surely his international coach, Ronald Koeman at the top, would understand him missing an under-21s fixture. No, blasted, criticised, lambasted in the public. Tough times, tough times. However, Klopp, arm on the shoulder, realises his potential, realises what he can do, starts Gravenberch on the occasions where we can afford to start Gravenberch, because luckily for Liverpool, our squad is very, very strong this season. So if plan A doesn't go to plan, then you got plan B, plan C, and so forth. Versatility and midfielders with a lot of technical capability to fulfill different roles. Case in point, against Manchester City, Curtis Jones, now probably first name in the team sheet alongside Wataru Endo. A bit languid, didn't make much of an impact, took too long on the board as well. Replaced by Ryan Gravenberch, and Gravenberch came in and made an instant impact. He burst past Rodri. Rodri was scampering to try to catch up with him. Gravenberch really shifted the momentum in our favour, and that showed what he could do against the hardest, the toughest, the biggest and best opposition in world football. Klopp trusts him intrinsically. Now, I've read some ridiculous takes on Gravenberch's attributes. He's lazy, doesn't contribute to off the ball, shies away from tackles, doesn't press, doesn't look interested, his body language is disgusting, all this kind of stuff. You're basically having a massive go and criticising and questioning Jurgen Klopp's judge of character and ability. Klopp sees Ryan Jiro Gravenberch every day in training. Do you honestly think Jurgen Klopp, our Jurgen Klopp, your Jurgen Klopp, would play a player with bad body language, who doesn't press, who looks miffed, who's useless off the ball? Get out of here. Jurgen Klopp would never ever play that type of player. If you cross Jurgen Klopp the wrong way, doesn't matter whether we need to set the back, you're out. Mamadou Sakho. Straight out, that kind of thing, right? Klopp doesn't take no prisoners. Every single member of the squad has to contribute when they're called on. Look at Conor Bradley. The time has come for Conor Bradley to show what he's all about. Fantastic loan over at Bolton. Contributes an assist, contributes in goals, of which Gravenberch has made an effort this season. 2 assists and 2 goals, if I remember rightly. He can contribute to that goal attacking front as long as he would get him in the right positions as well. But we have other players who predominantly are better at the kind of goal making, goal creations, assists, but he maybe can play the role before that, right? It's very important to facilitate the person to provide the assist, and we'll do a whole video on that as well. But what you don't realise is Conor Bradley was afforded this chance because of Trent Alexander-Arnold's injury. Gravenberch is given the chances even when we had the fit squad because Klopp trusts his ability intrinsically and what he can do on a pitch. And let's put this into perspective. Gravenberch is just a year older than Conor Bradley. He was announced as a wonder kid at Ajax. Huge move to huge fanfare at Bayern Munich. Scouted by Klopp and wanted by Liverpool since those times as well. And we managed to rescue him as our 4th midfielder of the pack in the summer transfer window. And he completed our midfield overhaul. Klopp trusts him to go on the pitch in our first 11. Klopp trusts him to go on the pitch in the second half to change the game. Klopp sees him in training every day, praises his attitude, gives him a hug, and just wants to see him smile. Gravenberch has the world of potential, and which better manager in world football to manage a great player, a long-term player, maybe not for first 11, maybe even for the squad, but he'll be an asset because of his attributes. He seems to have a good attitude, seems to enjoy being in Liverpool as well. No better manager in world football than Jurgen Klopp to help him realise his potential. He's so young still. Doesn't turn 22 until May, I believe. Somebody check that out for me. And yeah, wow. This season we're on top of everything. We're on fire. We've got the options, the tactical variations, and sometimes you want to hold the firepower back on the bench when we've exhausted them, gone all out with the press, gone all out going toe to toe, and then you bring on the firepower. Now Gravenberch can slide into our first 11 team to facilitate that function, and then you bring on the firepower to really give it the gung-ho effect. Elliott and Gravenberch coming off, 2 of our youngsters, gave it their all in the first leg of semi-final against Fulham. Sure, wasn't the best of performances, but Fulham played well. Don't discredit Fulham. You always got to give credit to opposition. They stifled our midfield. Really, we're missing Endo there. Alexis McAllister, that turn, that scythe against Paulinho, getting us back on the front foot, excellent. But he is required to do a lot of running, as were Elliott and Gravenberch, because their fluid movement and interchanging kind of formation by Marco Silva pulled us left, right, pillar to post. Fulham were really, really good, but we stepped up the gas, and Gakpo and Nunes, obviously I made a video, Nunes causing chaos to his existence there. We'll make another video on that. I love that one, Nunes. But sometimes you need a change, a variation, different attributes and different factors, and you can't judge things in hindsight. You can't say, oh, we should have started X, Y, and Z. Oh, Gravenberch should have been on bench. Shouldn't come on. No, we won that game 2-1, and Gravenberch, his existence played a part in what eventually led to Darwin Núñez and Gakpo rescuing the game. So don't discredit our youngsters. We back our players at Liverpool. Back our youngsters. Why do fans need something to moan at, something to criticise when we are on top of the world, the envy of world football? We do things right in the transfer window. Look at Newcastle and the financial fair play issues. Eddie Howe interview. I think I saw something on TalkSport as well. The fact that they're needing to trade players, right? Trade players. There's talks of Bruno Guimaraes and Alexander Isak and Sven Botman potentially moving on or trading them, freeing up financial fair play funds as well, or their academy prospects. Liverpool don't have any financial fair play prospects in terms of having to do that kind of thing. We do it when we want to do it, and the transfer strategy is aligned to what Klopp is trying to do. Build Liverpool 2.0 to facilitate the base for the future. And what a great 2.0, my goodness. Best goalkeeper in the world, really, really good number 2. Best right back in the world, great right back options. Huge centre back options, unfortunately, about Matip, because Matip can stride through that midfield like a giraffe, like no one else. Nobody can stop Matip's runs. I mean, Konate tries to imitate those runs, but fantastic. Konate, Van Dijk, beast mode. Gomez, world class across all the back line, as long as he gets a consistent run of games. Always a mistake in him, but no, you wouldn't trade him for anyone because he's homegrown as well. He's got a passion, he loves Liverpool, and he's well loved. Gomez is well loved. Jodini. Gomez. Simicast Robertson, no one's getting in at left back. It's very hard for Scanlon or Luke Chambers or even Owen Beck to get in that position. Defensive midfield, now you've got to understand that we have options in there. McAllister, Wataru Endo, nailed on. Excellent. Curtis Jones can roam back there as well. Soboslai, McAllister, Ryan Giro Gravenberch, put some respect in his name because he's adjusting to the league. He hasn't had a pre-season. He's got to pick up the chemistry, the rapport, the relationship with all the players in and around him and know straight away where they're going to move to or where he needs to go to provide the option to get the ball. What kind of balls are going to get played into him? Who plays the balls into him? It's going to be Van Dijk, McAllister, and Luis Diaz coming back as well. He's got to develop that relationship as well. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago Alcantara to come back. Wow, that's an exciting one. I can't wait. A silky magician. I love that daisy cutter strike that never hit the turf. Was it against Porto? You can watch that again and again. Oozes silky, majestic quality. I love it. I love it. Emperor Endo. Hold the midfield and let Thiago go ahead and do his thing. No, Endo is actually good in offensive transition as well. I want them both. I want to see all our midfielders on the pitch. Put all of them in there and see what happens. Anyway, I digress. Lucho Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Gakpo, Jota, the firepower. The firepower is out of this world immense. And I haven't even talked about Egyptian King Mo Salah, whose consistency, stats, playmaking will never diminish, because he's a winner. He wants to win, and he talks about wanting to break more records and further his lead as the top scoring African player. Because you imagine, right, Didier Drogba caused so much hassle, and when you remember Drogba, he smashes people, dominates in the air, hard working, pressing, pushing, but he was nowhere near the statistical machine that Mo Salah was. In fact, I don't even know how he compares to Sadio Mane. Conversation for another day. But Mo Salah, I have a good feeling that Mo Salah might extend his contract, which is great, because the appeal of Saudi Arabia is diminishing as well. It's not all about money. I think Salah is more about legacy and his people and the love for Liverpool as well, and so lucky that we got him at that time as well. If he extends, if we win the Premier League, if we win another Champions League, with this exciting batch of youth and youngsters, I want to see Gravenberch fulfill his potential on the Klopp. I want to see Elliott fulfill his potential on the Klopp. Conor Bradley fulfill his potential. Even Fabio Carvalho coming back. He made his debut the other night. He was okay. I think he's in a kind of 6 pivot, progressing into kind of 8 as well, a kind of 10 as well. Tyler Morton scored an excellent goal off the left foot as well. Is a consolation goal, but you know, it is what it is as well. All these youngsters coming back. It's exciting times for Liverpool. Back our players, back our youngsters. Let Gravenberch have a full pre-season. Maybe he doesn't shine this season, but give him the full pre-season to get accustomed to Liverpool as a city, the people he works with day in and day out, build a relationship with his side of the pitch, probably predominantly left-sided midfielder for now. I think it fits more of his attributes. Let him understand the logical movement and the passing lanes instinctively, so it becomes muscle memory, so he doesn't have to overthink things. And eventually we see the opposition backing off him, giving him time, and sometimes he does lose the ball. He can be a bit careless with the ball, but actually, isn't that a positive attribute that even us as fans, can identify clear things for him to improve on? Which means that Liverpool obviously know that, and Jurgen Klopp knows that, Pep Linders knows that, Kornmeier knows that, all the players know that, right? So they can actively improve the things to make him such a well-rounded player, because he has all the attributes and prowess to be a real specimen, a real beast. Sometimes these kind of players don't really hit their stride until 26, 27 years old, and that's a long time away for Gravenberch. That's like 4 or 5 years, right? In world football, that's an eternity, right? But I'm thinking players like Moussa Dembele at Tottenham, João Paulinho at Fulham. All these players, which you may not have appreciated when they were younger, come into prominence, and you really give them time to grow into their undoubted potential ability, because some potential ability is latent, some you are born with, but some needs to be nurtured in the right environment, and there's no better environment. Come on guys, there's no better environment in Liverpool FC. You've seen the Christmas behind the scenes, you've seen the charity donations, you've seen the banter, the carpool ride-alongs, all that kind of stuff. Liverpool is the place to be, and I think if Ryan Gravenberch is going to make a success out of his career and really contribute and offer something in world football and make those lasting moments, those memories, I think he's at the best place. And he's guided by Cody Gakpo and Virgil van Dijk, compatriots who put an arm over the shoulder, but also, you know, give him stern criticism and be harsh to him when necessary, because I think Gravenberch is the type of player that needs to be loved, needs to be shown the confidence. And fortunately for us, even though sometimes on the pitch he doesn't contribute and maybe the rating is a bit low or he's a bit out of form or out of flavour, Klopp is continually giving him the minutes and the trust and building him up, not just as a player but as a person. And we have the team to facilitate and support him. We can't carry him. Liverpool can't afford to carry anyone. We're going for a quadruple here, all 4 titles. But Ryan Gravenberch is a Liverpool player, new signing this summer, and you completely back him in the same way you back Tyler Endo. So many people signed him off at the start of the season. They're like, flop, cheap, old, slow. And now people are saying, we need him back injury-free. We need him back safe. Endo, come back and help us dominate the midfield. Absolutely smash the opposition, give us that platform, bring us forward, because he's not just a destroyer, he actually helps us in offensive transition to go forward as well. Szoboszlai, thanks to his lucky stars, Endo keeps finding him in those open spaces. Endo is the only one that gets Szoboszlai in the shooting spaces really, really quickly. I love that. Isn't it amazing that Szoboszlai is younger than Trent Alexander-Arnold as well? Little bromance coming in. I should do a video on bromances as well. That'd be quite fun. Yeah, quick one today, because on the weekends I usually spend time playing with the kids, playing with the young ones. Speaking of which, toys in Japan are amazing, man. I love these kind of things. If I had all this stuff when I was a kid, wowzers. I need to chuck King Cooper Bowser into a Liverpool shirt. Hello, kitty. Cute little number 1 there. This is official goods, by the way. Luigi, he could do a red shirt as well. No, that makes him Mario, right? But yeah, I will be collecting some samples and some goodies and stuff for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm very, very close now to hitting the milestone. I think it's like 200 watch hours left. And then, yeah, the magic happens. So thank you once again for the support. Let me know if there's any particular goodies that you think would be really, really cool as giveaway as well. I'll put it all into consideration. But yeah, but daddy duty's done well. I got them both to sleep. I took them on a train ride earlier this morning. So yeah, thank you very much for always supporting my videos. Hope you guys are going to tune into the Asia Cup, watch Wataru Endo lead the nation to glory, hopefully. Korea look a very scary prospect as well, but I have backing. I trust these guys as well. Miyazaki-man Ichiban, make sure you like this video as well because it really helps the videos get seen. My goodness, I can't believe you guys are really, really helping out. Smashing that like button, it only takes a second, really, really helps the video. It just gets the impressions seen. I will discuss how YouTube actually pushes all the videos and stuff, but all your likes, the comments, not only are they interesting, they're really, really helpful and supportive as well. I can't thank you enough for all of the interaction, and I really try my best to reply to every single comment personally as soon as I can as well, as soon as I see it, because there's some really interesting debates and comments and even ideas for videos coming out of those comments. So once again, domo arigato, hontou ni arigato, yasashi minasan. Until next time, kiosukete, gamare, Japan, Liverpool come back in winning form as well. Support Gravenberch. Janet, peace.